Yo, what is going on, everybody? Carnage back here again. Back with a brand new review of this beautiful fucking thing. So excited to finally have this Ghost Rider. So happy. I've been wanting a Ghost Rider with a bike forever. And I don't even know how to go from there. It's just, look at it. Look at it. It's beautiful. It's so fucking beautiful. And I'm sorry if I'm swearing so much, but this is, my god. So happy for this. Anyway, there's the read up, everything. Oops, wrong side. Very, very badass box art. 85 years of Marvel. Who cares about the box, though? Let's just get right into it. I'm just going to start off with the bike first. Sick-ass bike, by the way. Just, God, this is a badass bike. I don't have a lot of bikes, figure-wise, but this one's definitely... Yeah, my god, there's so many good details all over this thing. Really like the wheels, too. Also, the fact that they just print everything and it just... I can... Sorry, having way too much fun with this bike. Anyway, very cool bike. Really do like it. I should mention this is based off the, not Johnny Blaze, Danny Ketch version of Ghost Rider. Which, he had the coolest bike. And I'm pretty sure everyone would agree that he has the coolest bike. Now moving on to the bike accessories. We got flame effect for the tires #1, which, like this one more. This one's definitely for the back wheel just because, you know, it extends longer, kind of leaving a little trail behind it. Which, really cool. I really do like how these work too. And they would definitely work for characters like, you know, Red Hulk, just put it at his feet, just kind of like he's stomping out fire, or stomping on fire. And then going on to this one. This one's definitely smaller, but, you know, still very, very cool. I mean, comparing both of them, this one definitely a little smaller than this one. And also, I just realized this, the hole is definitely bigger for the back tire than it is for the front tire. So, do with that what you will, you psychopaths with, you know, hole fetishes. And then this really cool one, which, you know, kind of goes into this little port right there. Goes kind of like, whoops, maybe if I wasn't doing it backwards, just ports in fairly easily, and then, you know, stands up the bike. Really cool effect too, by the way. Really, really happy that they did that. They didn't have to do it, but they did, and they did phenomenal with it. Now, let me just kind of pause my video real quick and, you know, kind of adjust so I can get into, you know, Ghost Rider himself. Alright, now going on to the actual Ghost Rider himself. He comes with some... He doesn't come with a ton of accessories, but he comes with pretty cool ones. Like this one that we didn't even get with the Rhino Wave Ghost Rider, an actual chain, which you can, you know, do some, you know, chain stuff with. And I also do like how it goes from, like, you know, solid gray, and then it goes to, like, fluorescent orange. Like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. Like, really enjoy these type things. I really wish they would give us, you know, more Ghost Rider. You know, characters like Vengeance. That would be sick. And Mephisto, too. Because I know they announced one. But then, all because of the fact that nobody wanted the fucking, you know, Hell Charger. Which, fucking stupid. Because I was willing to do it. I was willing to spend $300 on a car. I make poor life choices if you guys couldn't tell. But anyway, going on to the two other accessories. He comes with one gripping open hand, which, you know, like, this is just something I would probably do. Like, you could probably, you know, because I was correct. You can definitely fit it around the throat of a different character. Poor Giant Man is going to be the example. And, you know, it kind of holds it fairly well. So, if you guys want to hold up, you know, Ghost Rider doing like a penance stare, holding someone up by their neck. It's doable. And then going on to his other hand, which is a fisted hand. This one's very cool and kind of unique just because it has spikes on the fist. Which, let me just say, don't know why he needs, spiked fist, because he already has, like, fire hands that are probably even more deadly. But anyway, who cares about that? Let's just get right into our sweet baby boy, Danny Ketch. And I actually do have the first appearance of Danny Ketch in comic book form. That was actually when I first started collecting. And let me just say, read that issue, thought it was amazing. And, I saw Danny Ketch in the Hulk cartoon back in the 90s, which, one of the cooler things. I even remember most of that episode, and the person who found out that Johnny Blaze was the one causing the fires was fucking Rick Jones, man. Does anyone remember that TV show and Rick Jones just looking like he's Marty McFly? I remember that. Yeah, but anyway, ignore all that and the rest of the ADHD I'm doing, but let's get into himself. I'm just going to start off with his head. My god, I love the coloring on this. This thing is fucking gorgeous, especially the eyes. And again, I do apologize for swearing so much, guys, but I've truthfully just been really wanting a figure like a Ghost Rider like this for so long, because I've only had, the original one that came out with the Rhino Wave, which, let me just say, this was cool at the time, and they are reusing the head because it's, the perfect head for him. Like, they succeeded on the head once, and they were like, nah, we good. But, I mean, this one, like, it looks like bone texture, and that's just so awesome. And this is removable, and, little tiny spiky spikes right there, and they are dull, but, if you do apply enough pressure, like if you're moving, they will stab your hand and make it go ouchie. Going on to the belt, he has more spikes, wrist gauntlets with more spikes, and then, the one single fist with spikes, and then the one that's just not spiked. Doesn't make sense why he only has, one spiked glove and not the other one, but it was the 90s. They, were like, nah, that's too many spikes. Let's get rid of some. But let me just say, Johnny Blaze is definitely the coolest design for a Ghost Rider, like, in my opinion. Like, just so cool. And then, kind of going on down to the pants. Like, these are very well done. Pinless joints, as usual. And, little Ghost Rider butt. Give it a little smack. And just kind of... Like, there's not too much down here that's interesting. It's just more up here. But, still very cool. Still very cool. And I love these boots, too. They look a lot like leather. Like, they even have a little bit of leather-esque texture, which, just beautiful within itself. And I will mention that when I pulled mine out of the box, he does have, like, his knee moves really easily, but his shoe kind of a little harder to move, but, simple, heated up. And for some reason, he has more spikes on just his left boot than... Like, it's weird. He has, metal spikes right there, and then, spikes around one leg. Doesn't make sense, but, whatever. And just kind of going back to the torso a little bit, I did forget to mention, he does have that, little, I don't know what it's called exactly, but it's like the little flap that Homelander has on his chest where he has, like, that. Don't know how else to explain it. And this is removable. I'm just not going to take it off just because, he looks badass with his chain on. Going to the back, very good detailing. And like I said, like they did the leather texture for the boots, they're also doing it for the coat itself. And articulation-wise, like, I mean, head, definitely the weakest. He can look down a decent amount, but he can't really look up too much just because if you look at the peg, it's just a, solid peg, and all the movement comes from his head. So, and the flame stuff, too, that's just gorgeous. He does have 90 degrees of movement with the arm, double jointed elbows, And then, he does have the little wrist swivel, which all Marvel Legends have. And this is the thing I'm the most happy about, the ab crunch, because it goes far pretty forward, and it goes pretty far back compared to, some other ones which are kind of like, not super far back, but he gets some motion. So you can, do a little bit of, Batman's bat breaking with Ghost Rider if you ever want to do that. He does have upper, hip movement, and I think he has drop down hips. Not really too sure about that because they do move up and down a little bit, but I'm pretty sure he does have drop down hips, which always phenomenal. He does have an upper thigh cut, and I really do like the design on the pants too, just all the wrinkles and stuff. Double jointed knees, which best thing ever created. And then he does have a boot swivel with ankle pivot. Right, and here he is next to a handful of other figures. The first one I'm going to be showing is, the first Ghost Rider I had in my collection, which was the Rhino Wave one. And let me just say, I loved this Ghost Rider for the longest time, but let me just say, this one definitely kicks his ass. Man, like, this one's kind of more on the AIM agent body that they used, and it works well for AIM agents, and it works decently well for Ghost Rider in my opinion, but, nothing, like, this one's definitely the better one compared to the two, and I'm pretty sure this one's more based off Johnny Blaze than, Danny Ketch. So, I mean, hey, two different Ghost Riders. Pretty awesome. And here he is next to one of my personal favorite Ghost Riders, the Cosmic Ghost Rider, aka Frank Castle. And I love how these two scale next to each other. Granted, I feel like Cosmic should just be a smidge taller, but I mean, other than that, they look so good next to each other. And then one that, definitely another very cool Ghost Rider-esque character is Halvarine, who, granted, is technically now not even Wolverine, it's Daken, who is also a Wolverine, but Wolverine is also the mantle for, regular Wolverine, Laura Kinney, and I think him now, which kind of baffling if you really think about it, but still very cool. Definitely getting more and more Ghost Rider characters, and I'm all for it. And then here he is next to, because I'm pretty sure this is the Ghost Rider that was on the Thunderbolts team. Here he is next to the leader of that Thunderbolts team, Red Hulk. And let me just say, these two look amazing next to each other. And this definitely will be the Ghost Rider on my Thunderbolts display. And the other one I have will be, part of, maybe like, what's it called? Supernatural shelf. Whoops. Don't know why I took him off. And then here he is next to a couple other Supernaturals. Dracula, one of my favorite ones that came out last year. Very fun figure. And also, like him, also covered with spikes. So it must just be a supernatural thing. And then here he is next to the last figure, and that is Damien Hellstrom. And, Damien Hellstrom is the son of Mephisto, and, since we don't have Mephisto, this is basically the closest we have. But I do have high hopes that we do get a Mephisto, either announced or teased at San Diego Comic-Con, just because of the fact that, he was going to be part of the Hell Charger, not Deluxe, Hell Charger HasLab a few years ago, and, they canceled it because it didn't get enough backers. But yeah, anyway, getting distracted and sidetracked again, like I do every video. But anyway, really hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you do get this guy for a good price, I say go for it. Even, if you only see it for like 70, I personally, it is a bit much, and I do know that, not everyone can afford that. But my goodness, I hope you guys do get this for, at some point, just because this is definitely the best Ghost Rider I think we've gotten, ever. And I mean that with everything in my body. He's so fun to pose around. He's looks good next to everybody. And, you know, I mean, just look at the face. Just the pendant stare eyes, man. Just so good. But yeah. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. So if you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. Leave a comment down below if you enjoyed the video, or if you want to see, you know, more stuff like this. Yeah. Not much else to say. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing and, you know, commenting on all my videos. So, yeah. I appreciate it, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.